Welcome back, friends. Lost Scarf here. Time for the vlog. No vlog last week because Jinx was sick, so gave her a break. First up is the opening. The opening is new plushes. So, Kirby anime. It's nice to see Kirby anime acknowledged because it was a cute and fun anime. I think the people who hate it are just kids who didn't grow up enough on this. The older you get, the more you appreciate Tiff, and the older you get, the less you like Tough. That's how that is. But it was a good anime, a fun anime, and our podcast is mostly this anime. Although the game episodes are catching up. Speaking of the podcast, that is our the big project we should be working on, and eventually that'll have more episodes. We haven't done a new episode in a year as far as the anime goes, but we'll get to one eventually. 18's getting worked on. Superstar's still getting worked on. And those will come out sooner or later. The problem is it's just life. I have a day job, Jinx has a day job. We're not treating this as a second job anymore. That dream has died. But still, as a creative endeavor, I think it's still worth doing for personal growth and things like that. We'll talk about that as a topic today. But here's the first plush. Second plush. Waddle Dee! The 30th anniversary Waddle Dee. And people are like, what's the mouth? It's not a mouth. That is to signify this chubbier part of the bottom half of Waddle Dee. That's what that's supposed to be. That is what that's supposed to be. Ah, so cute. And I already showed the 30th anniversary Kirby a while back. They came in separate boxes months apart. Don't know why. And the last one, bam! Big one! Warp Star Kirby, 30th anniversary. So there are 30th anniversary Kirby plushes. I don't own all of them. There's temptation to, but I don't. Does one come off? No, he does. He's sewed on. He's sewn on. So, quick thing. There was a $500 Kirby that is as big as me. He's a big old boy. And I would have bought it, I'll be honest with you, because I don't have anything else to spend money on. All my money goes to retirement and Kirby plushies and video games. I get a girlfriend, she's going to have way too many gifts, I'll tell you that for sure. Also, I have kids, then I won't have any money anymore. I got to get to that stage, though. What was I saying? Oh. So yeah, I just keep buying these plushies. They're very soft, you gotta love these things, kind of thing. And, yeah, I would have bought that giant one. The reason why I didn't buy it is because the shipping was $800, $900. That's why I'm not buying any new plushies necessarily. These are all from, half a year ago when shipping was lower. The shipping on these guys was $10, $20 altogether. Shipping now for these guys would be double what they are. I wanted to buy $50 worth of these cute little Kirby plushies that I saw they're coming out, and they were $100 shipping. I'm like, well, I'm not buying that then. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But the good news is HAL is looking into expanding the merchandise into other countries. So we might see more here in the US and North America in general, which would be nice, and the UK. Which would be very nice for sure. I could always go through eBay looking for importers too, because they do cheaper prices, but there's always a chance of a knockoff, which is always a problem. I'll love the Kirby anyway, even if it's a knockoff, but I've gotten a couple knockoffs. In the background, you might see them. But, no, you kind of want official if you can help it. But Kirby's a Kirby, so I'm not going to judge. I'm not judge, but I'm not going to be no. There is an official Kirby collection, Reddit and Discord, and I should really join them. My collection ain't nothing compared to some of those people. Some people want to collect literally everything, and those people, oh my god. Though I should join them, because I should probably find if anyone can find the manga I'm missing. I possess over 100 Kirby manga. I want to possess all Kirby manga, and I'm at about 60% of all Kirby manga, apparently. There's certain ones that I get really hard to find because they're from the first years. And others are just really pricey, so I gotta hope that a cheaper deal gets found at some point. If they did reprints, I'd be just in a great position, because I don't need to collect every version, I just want to have all of them to read and translate. That is the goal, and I still want to translate the manga in the future. So we spent 5 minutes talking about Kirby, and partly the channel. More about the channel. Great Ace Attorney is getting recorded again on Twitch. It's been 10 months since I recorded. So the voices are a little different, but I hope they're better. And here's the thing. Let's talk about growth. And the sake of growth and not monetization. So at this point, having a monetizable channel, I think, that dream is dead. But just having a place for creativity and growing as a person for creativity, I think, is still alive and good. Or just doing creative things. So, this is the thing that's happened in our age, is everything becomes monetized. Like, if you're really having fun crocheting, why don't you sell the things you're crocheting? You're really having fun singing, why don't you see if you can get some sort of singing career, or things like that. Or if you like art, see if you can get commission money on that. And it's basically, I'm mumbling on. It's basically just like trying to follow a dream of like, well, trying to do things where you don't have to really work a day. If you're having fun with what you're doing, you're not really working. It's like, truth is, you're still working no matter what. Even if you're having a lot of fun with it, you're still working. And this is the age we're in where you have to hustle everything, hustle culture. Be on that Sigma mind grind set. And I think just taking a step back is like, well, we got to be able to enjoy ourselves. Which something Jinx has argued with me a lot is like, you got to just be able to enjoy things for yourself, not to make everything content. Which I have. I've played a lot of games off camera. I played and beat Deathloop. Very fun game. The endings. You could feel one way or the other about it. I feel at the end of the day, there are things that could be better about the endings, make them more understandable. It's like Bastion. Like, Bastion in the end, was satisfying. Both endings become satisfying. Deathloop, both endings are not satisfying, I'll say. Like, there's not enough there to make them satisfying, but it's still a fun ride, and the end is okay, passable. It's on the Game Pass. Get the Game Pass, everyone. Oh my god, the amount of value. I've played thousands of dollars worth of games, paying less than like, what, $200 a year? Like, yeah, that's great. You don't own the games. When's the last time I played a Steam game I've owned? Sometimes there's these gems where like, oh, I'll play this again, and I'll play it again and again, like FTL and Into the Breach. Those are amazing games. Or Total War 3 Kingdoms. I have played Total War 3 Kingdoms for like 1,000 hours. But there are certain games where like, you're just not going to play it again. Like, I have Total Warhammer 3 on the Game Pass. I just haven't played it because I realized I should just buy it on Steam because I have the other two on Steam. And I actually have played those a few times. And I want to play the giant map at some point. So I need them all in one thing. Back 4 Blood, I played on Game Pass. Because, like, okay, it's Left 4 Dead-ish, but it's okay. Like, it doesn't make me want to play it a lot like I did before with Left 4 Dead. I feel like it's just permanently on the Game Pass anyway. And then there's just a lot of indie games to try, like Despot's Game. Despot's Game is a game I would not own. Some people would. It's an interesting idea. I like auto battlers, but not enough to, like, I want to play this forever. It's an interesting game, though. Just a lot more games to check out. Inscription, though. There's going to be a one-shot on Inscription eventually. And that game is amazing, and I can't wait to show you guys that one. Some people are really hyped about Inscription, like, oh my god. But I understood why, because when I play, I'm like, yeah, this is something. This is something the atmosphere of that game is very interesting. The strategy feels pretty fun. It also feels punishing, but it's just, there's something about this that is very fun about it. So doing things for the sake of growth, like I'm doing Curbtober, drawing every day. I'm doing 2 Curbtobers. So I'm drawing like 2 hours every day, I'm drawing. And then I'm playing a Japanese learning game that I do want to do a recording on eventually. Because I think it's pretty good. I'm definitely learning some Japanese. Like, I'm beta testing it, and I hope to do an actual just run on it eventually for the channel. So people can see that. Because, like, look at this. Like, I'm learning Japanese. Try it out. I think you'll learn Japanese too, at least to an extent. It's learning Japanese through hiragana, though. So it's not doing katakana, and it's not doing kanji. Kanji's like endgame. Because kanji's like, this symbol means all of these symbols. I'm like, okay. That's why I find Chinese even more intimidating, because Chinese is just memorizing 10,000, 100,000 characters because they all mean a single thing. It's like, oh, Jesus. It's like, you can argue pictogramming is that kind of thing too, but usually pictogramming, you can tell what it is. But yeah. I'm all over the place. So, yeah, just doing things for your own growth and for your own enlightenment, or just your own being better. it's hard to do because of hustle culture. It's definitely hard to do because of hustle culture, because you feel like you gotta make money, because everyone's gotta make money. You feel like a sucker if you're not making money off a thing other people are making money off of. But I'm enjoying drawing. I'm getting better at drawing. My art is getting better, and it feels nice to see that. Just for yourself, to just feel it getting better. Playing the violin for 3 years, it's finally starting to not sound like crap. Self-teaching myself the violin has been insane. I could just fix some issues by just paying like $80. How many Kirby plushes I've bought? Paying $80 to someone to actually learn the violin, at least the basics, and I'd probably be much further along than I am right now. But I haven't, because I'm stubbornly like, I'm just gonna see how far I can take myself. Very foolish, that thought. There are things we could fix, but we don't fix because we're stubborn, or we just want to do things a certain way. This is humanity. Then there's the growth of working out. So doing a lot of biceps and triceps, and a lot of walking. Everything that doesn't engage my back necessarily. Like, everything that does not mess with my back. Like, I have to lock my back. Like, I have to lock up the center when I do everything. Like, when I put the plushies, I had to lock up and put it over, because, like, well, I'm leaning over here. I got to make sure my back is solid while I do that. A lot of my life is just remembering, oh yeah, you have to lock your stomach up. It's kind of like being in high school and being chubby around girls. We had to suck your stomach in all day at school. It's like that. But it's more you're locking up your back instead of sucking in your gut. That's what it is. So I'm like, okay, this is a familiar kind of feeling. Like 8-ish hours a day at high school, just sucking in the gut so girls don't see how fat you are. Versus now I'm like, it's like sucking your back, kind of. Locking my back up. Where am I going with any of this? I'm just talking. At the end of the day, I'm just talking. So that is the vlog. Well, vlogs are just talking. That's what they are. What I was really saying is just, personal growth is important. Growing mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all those things. And I think just doing art for me has helped. But when people like your art, oh god, does it make it so much better? That's the thing. That's why people like attention. I get it. Oh, right, I want to talk about this real quick, because the Great Ace Attorney. So I'm doing these voices hoping to just be a better voice person in general. But I also judge the voicing that's in the game itself, because I don't like it that much. Because I've heard really good voice acting in gaming, and really good voice acting in anime. By the way, the Deathloop voice acting, amazing. That's so good. The voice acting in Great Ace Attorney, it just feels stiff when they actually do sentences. So I just don't like it. I judge it. I try not to judge too harshly, since I'm also doing voices, but I judge it. I think one of the best anime dubs I've seen, Dragon Ball obviously, because they've been doing it for decades, but Kaguya is really good. One Punch Man's not bad. It's not perfect. Mob Psycho I think is really good. And there's a couple others. But that's it. That's the vlog. Just rambling a bit. I had fun. Hope you fun watching. That's what's all about, it. Having fun. Like, bye, and see you next time.